We are back on Boston 25 Sports in Depth. There are so many different marathon stories to tell. I thought I'd choose one basically about most of you and me and any other person who's never thought they could actually run the Boston Marathon. This story may change your tune. A mother of 3 boys, a nurse at 2 different hospitals.
There you go.
Balancing the challenges of work and life. Marcia Haigh is in most ways your average Metro West mom.
Marcia is probably one of the kindest, nicest people you'll ever meet. I have seen her be very caring and compassionate with her patients. She will do anything for anybody. She is really good for morale around the hospital. She smiles all the time, so every time she enters a room, she brings a smile to your face, her patients' faces.
Marcia is tackling a not-so-average task, completing her first ever marathon after submitting an application to be part of the Newton-Wellesley team running to raise money for the fight against cancer.
I was kind of haphazardly throwing it in there, never expecting to get chosen because I'm not a runner. I'm 54. I don't have deep pockets. I'm like, this is raising money for the cancer center. I'm a very unlikely candidate.
Well, guess what? Marcia was chosen.
First I told my 3 boys because I figured I could still bail if I told them. I didn't tell anybody else. And at the end of the week, I was like, I am never going to get the opportunity to do this again.
But you heard her say it. Marcia is not, or was not, a runner.
You know, getting through 3 miles was actually treacherous. I really was like, I'm miserable at this. I can't do this. And then I stopped myself one day. I was like, this is like, you gotta turn this tape around in your head. And the first person I thought of was a really good friend of mine who was a nurse that died. She was like 48. She died of a rare ovarian cancer. She left 4 kids behind her, and like she popped up into my head. And I thought about what she started having to do every day to try to get through because she wanted to live. And then every day, like, I would put on my shoes and I'd lace them up, and then someone would just pop into my head. It wouldn't be like I try to think about them, they'd just come into my head, and I started running for them. I think the biggest challenge is actually getting out the door every day to run, because there's a million other things I could do besides running.
So take me through what you're thinking about when you get to mile 2, mile 3, when it really starts to be physically daunting.
It's not something I pre-think about. It's who comes to mind as I'm going, and that's usually what carries me through.
That's the physical side of it, but the financial burden was weighing heavily on Marcia as well. If she doesn't raise $5,500, she's responsible for that sum herself. That's where the powerful team of friends stepped in, organizing fundraisers and doing whatever they could to help the cause.
It's a lot easier to raise money for somebody that you love because, you know, you have a passion to see them do well, and you want them to do well. And I think when you go out there and you relate that, you know, people can see how much you love that person and why you care so much, and then they're willing to give.
And now with Marathon Monday in sight, Marcia is beginning to visualize what race day will really be like.
Oh, I have a lot of friends camping out along the way. I'm looking forward to seeing them as I go. I'm going to enjoy it as I go, I hope.
Hope. That's a key word. As a nurse, Marcia brings hope to hundreds of patients each year. And these efforts will bring hope to many more who are fighting cancer. Meanwhile, the commitment to compete has been transformative in many ways.
This is one of the best things I've ever done. Oh, hands down. People have been so generous with their time and their energy and their thoughts, and then telling you their private stories that nobody knows about, and their struggles they've gone through with family that have died or family that, you know, have been getting treatments. So it's just become this huge thing that's way bigger than me.
Happy to report Marcia has reached her financial goal thanks to the generous support of so many people around her. And the weather's not looking great, but her outlook certainly is, and we wish her nothing but the best on Monday.